Welcome back to 9 to 5 crypto. Someone working at a 9 to 5 job and then investing 95% of his income into cryptocurrencies. Topic for today's video is about recently I came across a podcast that was published by Finance with Sharan. Because the podcast itself was named as Crypto Millionaire, I got intrigued and then I watched the complete podcast. And again, Finance with Sharan, he's a great guy. If you're not following him, make sure to go follow him uh, on his socials or subscribe to his channel. He posts great content, but because I'm into crypto and because again, this is a millionaire story or something coming from Crypto Millionaire, I thought there were some gaps. So yeah, this video is regarding that. So the first point is related to uh, yeah, to one of the meme coin, which is Trump meme coin. So let me show you like whatever corrections that I felt should be made in the video. This video is regarding that, and for everything that I'm speaking in this video, I'll show you on-chain evidences online itself. Like yeah, let's go through this first one. So this is
If you want to get into smaller coins, I would advise researching them because you'll probably not get beyond 5 coins, right? Your question is fine.
Yeah.
So if you already said that look, half of it will go in Bitcoin Ether, then it's just all 3 coins. So take time to research those 3 coins. They're probably going to be somewhere in the top 10 market cap anyways. And this is where there'll be an opportunity to make great returns.
So, like, what is the craziest amount of money you have seen being made in cryptocurrencies?
Trump coin in itself was quite crazy. I don't advise putting money into meme coins, but yeah, meme coins this year have been quite.
So, what is the story of Trump coin?
So after Trump got elected and before his inauguration, which is final joining of the office, before that, World Liberty Financial, which is his company, they launched a token called Trump token.
Oh.
Now, there's no backing of anything to it. It is just a meme coin, just like the name states. We like Trump, by the way. Will it go? Is there any reason for the coin to go up? Is there any reason for the coin to go down? Up? No, nothing. It's just fine.
Okay.
And he said it as well. This is fine. No base. And that coin became very popular. Over a weekend, I remember it started to move from, say, a few cents to a few dollars, and then like it doubled or tripled in value over a week or something.
yeah. So the point here is like the reason why I'm showing this video or why I'm playing this video is like I felt I felt as in let me show you on-chain data itself. Like as mentioned in the video itself that the coin has doubled or tripled. It is not double or triple. It has made more than 40x returns. The token itself was launched on 18th January, and again this is Trump USD chart, and the token is launched on 18th Jan 2025 at around 4 to 5 p.m. and not just within weeks, but it exactly took, I believe, 1 month. Yeah, on 19th Jan 25th, the all-time high was like close to $85, and from 0.18 cents to $85, the return is like 472 times is the return, and 47,122% is the return on crypto meme on Trump meme coin since the coin got launched to its peak. So this is one of that, and also apart from that, there is also one more point. Like let's hear this.
Transfers very fast. So now you can make international remittances very fast. So if you want to send US dollars from US to India, this would go through a SWIFT protocol, one bank, another bank. It will take about 3 to 4 days.
Correct.
But with stable coins, you can do this within 10 minutes. So crypto and blockchain.
Yeah, again, stablecoin transfers usually doesn't take 10 minutes. Again, it also depends on the network on which you're transferring your crypto. If you're transferring any stablecoin on Solana network, it will hardly take less than a minute for the transaction to be completed and then validated on chain and things like that. Again, I'm not claiming anything. Probably you can search on internet like how long will it take for a USDC transaction to be completed, and then you'll have the results. And apart from that, there are a couple of points actually. Like yeah, let's go through this one.
In the size of the transaction, which is a game changer.
Which is a game changer. Which country do you think has been the most futuristic when it comes to adoption of crypto and blockchain?
United States has been really ahead in this game.
So now let's talk about inflation. Let's look at all the important life events that a person has.
Yeah. So the third point is related to which country is adopting crypto and blockchain. Like as mentioned in the video, it was US, but it is not US. I wouldn't say it is not US, but there are some countries which have started accepting Bitcoin as legal tender. You can search for El Salvador. El Salvador is the country in which they accept Bitcoin as a legal tender. What exactly is legal tender? Like the way we have INR in India, and then Dubai is having AED as their currency. So anything that can be used legally for purchasing anything in the country is usually considered as a legal tender. So yeah, let me search for that as well. I don't know, maybe this is a lame search, but let's look at the results. Like Bitcoin is legal tender only in two countries as of September 2025. One is El Salvador. They've started accepting Bitcoin as a legal tender since 2021. And there is also this one more African country, Central African Republic. This is the third point. And no, this is the fourth point actually. Let's look at the other one as well.
0.23% real returns, total returns. CAGR of 19.69%. Bitcoin has given a total return of 185%. CAGR of 37%. Post-tax 28.94%. And real returns of 23.16%. Now looking at this, an average Indian will be like, bro, why am I even looking at Nifty 50 and all of that? Put all my money in Bitcoin and pray to God that I become a millionaire in the next 10 years. Now, obviously, it's one way of looking at it. That is not the right way of looking at it. That is one way I don't want to.
Yeah, again, as mentioned in the video, rightly said, like you do not want to put everything into Bitcoin and then pray to God, like I'll become a millionaire. But one thing that I would say is like, if you have less capital and if you have more time, spend a lot of time in researching on the tokens that you're putting your money in, because crypto is something that keeps changing every now and then. Reason is like, not that crypto keeps changing, but uh, how exactly is crypto different from stocks, mutual funds, and these things is like, with investing in crypto, you're betting on the technology itself. Technology keeps changing. If you're not keeping up with the technology, you might lose decent amount of money, I would say. But with stocks and mutual funds, there won't be like lot of as in like there won't be 40 to 50% crashes in stocks and mutual funds. But in crypto, 40 to 50% crashes are normal, I would say. But again, that doesn't mean like you shouldn't invest in crypto at all, or uh, you shouldn't research, or you shouldn't follow technology and stuff like that. One such example for this one is like, recently I've cashed out like more than 100,000 with an initial investment of $2,200. You can check out this video. And again, this is not an investment in any of the meme coin. I spoke about the token which made like more than 100,000 for me, or more than 150x on this crypto before 1 year. So I don't speak a lot about meme coins and stuff like that. Yeah. So the first video that I've uploaded was before 1 year when I spoke about the token with which I've made like more than 100x. But again, are these returns really possible in crypto? Yes, they are. But then it all depends on the amount of time that you're spending. Amount of time that you're spending, as in it all depends on the research that you're doing, and then uh, the crypto VCs that you are following. And there is a lot of time and effort that usually goes into these things. Like, so
As a person who is a professional crypto trader, what is the ideal asset allocation that you would look at, considering the disastrous state of the financial situation of an average Indian in today's India?
So look, new asset classes will have possibility of higher returns, but you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket in finance, right?
Yeah.
Not only do you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, you also want to be very, very careful around how much percentage you allocate to each basket.
Yeah.
So crypto is a new asset class, volatile asset class. It can, and you also have to be very careful that when you need the money, is the money available?
yeah, as rightly mentioned by Pankaj, and I 100% agree with this guy. Like if you're not doing your research, and then if you're not having your data points or joining those dots to make that line or whatever it is, like, then chances are like you might lose a lot of money when investing in cryptocurrencies. I've seen a lot of them. Like, yeah, there's also one more point wherein this guy, they spoke about what exactly you shouldn't do and how does money usually work. Like, even that is like 100% true. Like, let's look at the other point as well.
You have to ask them whether this is 25% after the appreciation or whether this is the amount you invested, right? Because if somebody invested and made in April 2022 and the value has gone 4 times from there or 3 times from there, and today they are 12% of their allocation, then what was it at the beginning, right? They probably started with 1 or 2%. All these great stories that you hear about people making a lot of money in crypto, the genuine ones typically are the ones where people invested very early, like 2016, 15, 14, when the price was very low, and now they are sitting on a big part of their wealth is crypto because it's all the appreciation that is happened. Some single digit allocation, still okay. You start to get to double digits, be very careful. And as it increases from there on, be more and more careful. Also, look to book profits, look to take your initial money out when
again, one thing that I would say is like it is not exactly the same thing. Like people who have invested like this whatever 100,000 that I've cashed out, I'm trying to rotate that into some of the other things as well. And again, if you're interested in following my journey, make sure to subscribe to my channel because whatever capital that I've accumulated from this one, I'm also trying to rotate it into other tokens as well. Like, yeah. But again, it is not always the case that people who have invested in Bitcoin before 10 years are sitting on huge profits because usually people sell it at 2 to 3x or the majority percent of them would sell. But it again, it depends on your entry and exit strategy and things like that. Yeah.
Look to book profits. Look to take your initial money out when the.
Give me a framework for that.
So, for example, you put 3,000 rupees a month. Well, let's say you put some lakh rupees into crypto. Now it's become 4 lakhs. Take your initial principal. Take some profit out as well. Just park it. Don't worry about what am I going to do with this. Just treat it as an normal. Now, whatever you have invested is your gain. And then you will have more power to withstand the losses with it. Realize your initial investment. Take your money out, book some profit as well, and get the basis covered. And then serious investor would also think that, look, my other opportunity would make me 10, 11% per annum. So when the tide is good, and maybe it is, in a bull market, I take enough money out that I've made 10% IRR for the next 2
So what is a good signal for a retail investor to understand that this is a good time to invest in crypto and I'm seeing some upward trend coming from here? How to understand? Like
these
right now, as we are talking.
these principles don't change whether the investor is retail or institutional. The institutional is doing it as part of
Exactly.
their job.
This is what you shouldn't do. Like, I've heard stories, I've heard from few of my mutual friends or friends, they've lost a lot of money in crypto by investing in cryptocurrencies. Part of the reason for that is like people usually like plan to invest in cryptocurrencies when Bitcoin is at all-time high or Ethereum is at all-time high because they hear from people hear from people speaking about these things uh, when the prices are all-time high and then they invest and then usually cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin they follow this 4-year trend, I would say. Like it peaks once every 4 years and again this is related to the Fed increasing the interest rates and things like that as well. Like, yeah. So as rightly mentioned, you shouldn't FOMO in and then if lot of if you're hearing from your parents or grandmother about cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, that is the perfect time to sell, but not the perfect time to buy. But usually people do the other way around. Like first thing is like they don't research properly and they listen to some YouTubers who made like with an investment of 5,000, they made like 5 lakh, 10 lakhs. Like out of nowhere, they show the portfolio and they show everything. And then they speak about like, I made this much money and I'm investing like 100,000 in this one, 200,000 in this one and things like that. This is exactly you shouldn't do, but people fall for it. Like always, like if you don't have time to research, better look for some other alternatives than losing your initial capital itself. Like, but again, if you have time, if you have less money or if you have like decent amount of capital and also time, yeah, probably if you also follow technology and stuff like that, investing in crypto isn't a bad idea, I would say. But again, it's up to your risk appetite and things like that. So coming to the next point in the video.
These things in schools. Like how do I learn about all these things?
If you're taking courses in finance, they will teach you all this. Today, internet has so much material.
No, but for crypto specifically,
The concepts don't change from asset class to asset class. You can go and read about call and put options anywhere, any asset class. Concepts will remain the same.
you're saying the same concepts I learned for trading in the equity market
Same
can be applied
concepts.
for
Yeah,
crypto
can be
market.
applied in crypto market. There'll be nuances.
Okay.
But more to do with how it is done in this.
For this one, my sincere suggestion for anyone who's thinking of investing in cryptocurrencies, never start your crypto investments or crypto journey with future trades. There are a lot of them who create this, not YouTube channels. There are a lot of them who create Telegram channels and then they sell calls like long this, short this, and all of that. That I would say is complete crap. If you have less capital, spend more time on researching quality projects and then invest in them wisely and then make sure to cash out profits and then rotate. And also one more thing, like what I usually do is like I follow a lot of venture capitalists. What I exactly do is like I follow these venture capitalists on which tools are they investing and the returns that they have got in the past and things like that. Like I usually follow Binance is having their own venture capital firm. Easy Labs. Earlier it was Binance Labs, and also apart from that, Coinbase is having their own venture capital from Coinbase Ventures, and then Gate.io is having their own venture capital, Gate Ventures. Mexi is having their own venture capital, Mexi Ventures. If you don't have time to research all of these things and then track your tokens properly, better look for some other alternatives, I would say. And never start your journey with future trades. You might lose a lot of money. Initially, like if you made money on one trade, you might feel like, okay, fine. I'll consider like one out of my 10 trades would be successful. And then even with that, a 1 in 10 ratio, you're making a lot of money. But if you don't have enough capital, never get into future trades. Like, uh, that's it for this video, guys. And again, in case if you're interested in following journey of someone who plan to invest, like who is actually investing like 95% of his income into cryptocurrencies for 2 years straight, like make sure to hit that subscribe button and follow. And in case if you have any questions or anything, feel free to add them in the comments. I'll reply to each and every comment. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day, guys.